David's just breaking up the pile a little bit. We got a little bit of chunks in there on the top layer, so he's just breaking up a little bit before we put it in the truck. Get powdery snow like this. Most of the time it's always the heavy, wet, sloppy crap. So I'm gonna use a leaf blower today, which is awesome. So we're starting over here, gonna do this building, this one, and then the doctor's office. So it looks like we got about an inch, but it's gonna melt. So we're just gonna salt everything heavy and then probably retreat later on today. So I was hoping it would add up enough that we can do a quick scrape and then salt. I just didn't want to waste salt, you know, and have to do it twice, but I think this will melt off, no problem. We're moving quick right now. I haven't got a lot of footage of us like salting and stuff like that, but it's still snowing pretty good, but it's not sticking to treated surfaces. So we kind of dropped the ball because I figured let's wait and see what happens, because I didn't want to salt and then have to plow and then salt again. I wanted to just do it on one shot, but you know, there's probably a good 1.5 inches on the ground and it's still snowing pretty good. But at this point, if it's treated, it's not sticking. So we probably should have went out early and treated. But again, you don't know with some of these storms, you know, I just didn't want to do it too early and have to do everything twice and waste our time. So going to meet Dave right now. We're gonna do the bigger apartments, the smaller ones, and the doctor's office is done. So maybe he's not even here yet. I thought he was. We actually didn't treat this yet. I know I don't have my seatbelt on, but I'm literally gonna park and I'm gonna deal with these walkways in about 30 seconds. So bear with me. So what we're doing here is we actually are scraping. I know the salt will probably take care of it, but it's probably a good 1.5 inches. It's fluffy, I mean, but it is a little slippery underneath. So I figured it'd be a little more efficient. We'll scrape it off real quick and then throw the salt down. So got it all scraped here. Middle is already scraped, already put some salt on it. It's already melting up pretty good. So I just didn't want to have to basically put the salt down, get it slushy, have to scrape it, then resalt. So this is already looking pretty good. I just did this about 2 or 3 minutes ago. So I think that's gonna work pretty well here. And then just gotta figure out what to do about all these spots between the cars. I want them to come over here and plow that little bit. So I'm gonna go chase them down just so I can get some plowing footage for you guys. Not that this is anything even plowable, but like I said, it's probably overkill, but I think it's better to scrape than plow than to salt and have to scrape again and lose all that salt, you know. There's a decent amount of snow actually. There's your plowing footage for you guys. I know it's nothing crazy, but it's something, right? So I'm gonna go finish cleaning up over here on this side, and then we're gonna get these walkways hit real quick, and then get everything, you know, de-iced and melted down. Making good progress. Everything's done but our 2 churches now, so that's where we're going. David's already ahead of me. We're getting low on salt in these trucks. I'm actually empty. This one's just gonna melt a little bit more, but I'm completely empty. I went a little too heavy on the first 2 that I did. There goes my phone. So I'm empty. He's got a little bit left. It's gonna be close. We might run out and have to go back to the shop. I don't know. So we're gonna continue scraping. It's probably overkill, I know it is, but it's really helping us use minimal salt. If our shop is right down the street and we can go right down there, I would, but it's, you know, round trip is over an hour to go there and back just to load up. So if we can just scrape, it takes an extra, you know, 20 minutes, half hour. It is what it is. So we're gonna watch. It's supposed to keep snowing all day, and I don't know, we may have to go out and salt tonight anyways, but we're gonna get these churches done and then see what's going on. All scraped up. It's actually really icy underneath. David's just hitting the final walkway here. I'll help him do some salting. Taking a little break to kind of look at the radar, figure out what's going on. I think we're gonna end up getting a little more snow than they said. So this is the current radar, if you guys can see it. If you watch right in here, so this is what happened last time. We end up getting a lot of snow in this area, and it's exactly what's happening now. These bands, you know, everything's been moving this way. These bands here are now coming back in off the ocean. And this is exactly what happened last time. We were getting ocean effect snow coming right through here. And we got, this is our area. We're right here, Stoughton. So all this stuff's coming right at us. And this is exactly what happened last time, where we end up with like 4, 5, 6 inches, is it just kept coming and coming and coming and coming. And this whole area here got the jackpot. And if you watch, it just started recently, because the snow, the only reason why I'm looking at this, the snow stopped completely. And now it's picking up pretty heavy again. So if you watch right above Quincy, this is moving down south. If I can get it to play. See that? And then all of a sudden right here in our area, that just blew up. And then we still got all this coming through. So I'm not a meteorologist, but I'm guessing this is all gonna stop blowing up over the next hour or two. And if this continues, because the storm's still pulling out, the weather model showed it spinning as it pulled out. And if that's the case, all this is going to spin right through. So we might actually get a little surprise bit extra. I'm just doing final site checks, heading home. I'm going to get some food actually and then head home. And I'm putting my seatbelt on, hold on. We scraped and salted this one and everything is bare pavement for the most part. A couple spots in between cars, but that's not a big deal. But for the most part, all the drive lanes, all the walkways, everything's wet, good to go. It's still snowing actually, believe it or not. Surprised it hasn't stopped. It's not really accumulating at this point, so we're gonna go take a break at least. There's no sense just sitting in the truck. I don't think it's gonna stick anymore. I am a little worried though. We're gonna have to probably resalt either tonight or in the morning if it keeps snowing. It's tough to say. It was supposed to end, if you go off the iPhone weather and stuff, it was supposed to end around 2 or 3, but I think it's gonna keep going longer. So it's not sticking anywhere really. But it is wet. The more it comes down though, it's gonna wash some of that salt off these parking lots. We may need to, and it's gonna be at 24 degrees tonight, so we may need to go out and spot treat or even retreat everything, but we're gonna see what happens there. But either way, I'm not gonna sit in the truck all day and night waiting for it, so I'm gonna head home. You don't see every day around here is pond hockey. Friggin' awesome. We haven't had pond hockey ice in probably friggin' 10 years up here. I grew up on a lake. We used to skate every single winter out there. It's literally where I learned how to skate and play hockey. And it just hasn't been cold enough. And all the ponds now are frozen. I want to get out there, but today obviously too busy. I play hockey 3 days a week anyways. Real hockey in the rink, but I would love to play some pond hockey. If you know, you know. If you're not from the area and you don't know, where we are, the South Shore, Massachusetts, Bar Pizza is the big pizza. If you watch Dave Portnoy and his reviews, this was actually the first one he ever did, Town Spa Pizza. So I grew up eating this stuff. I love it. I think it's the best pizza around here for the most part. There's a couple other good places, but it bar style. I got a linguiça and onion, and the wife got a mushroom onion pepper. If you don't know, and if you do know Town Spa and you don't know about the honey mustard, that's the good stuff. This place here probably does millions each year in pizza. We actually have a ad on their placemats, and to put into perspective how much that they do, we get an email every time they're renewing the the order, I should say. The order is 90,000 placemats, and we renew it 3 times a year. So that's just for the dining portion of the restaurant. Never mind the takeout. The takeout, every time you go in there, especially if it's like the evening hours, you're waiting in line forever, and it's cash only. So they make a ton of money. It's a really big dining area too. But if you're from the area, you know what I'm talking about. Town Spa, you've most likely been here, whatnot. If you're not from the area, then you have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's pretty damn good stuff. So plan is right now we're just gonna head home. It's snowing like crazy still, and it's not sticking to the roads or anything like that that's treated, so it's supposed to keep going like this for quite a while. We're gonna end up probably with a little bit more snow. I think honestly everything's gonna recoat itself. You can even see it on some of these parking lots, like that one's starting to get recoated there. Ours are probably gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna have to do another round of salt later. There's nothing we can do about that. But I'm not gonna sit in the truck and wait it all out for hours and hours and hours. I'm gonna go home and actually, sit on the couch for a little bit. We'll see what happens. I mean, we're definitely gonna have to go back out. I didn't want to, but gonna have to, fortunately. Hopefully get it done early enough. I don't know if any of you guys are into motocross, but tonight's Anaheim 1. Well, Supercross, whatever. I grew up racing dirt bikes, so it's like my Super Bowl. So I don't want to miss that, and I'm going to try not to miss that. But if we have to go out tonight and whatever, I may have to miss some of it, unfortunately.